Hello, guys. This is Devin Haskins from RVARunningMan.com and the RVA Running Podcast. Please check out both my blog and my podcast. I have some really good content there that I believe is informative and entertaining. So please check me out. Hopefully, you guys have had some great runs and great training sessions since my last episode, the last time we talked. But in this episode, I wanted to discuss a topic that I've previously gone over on my blog site, and that is my tips for runners over 30. Now, being transparent, I am over 30. Actually, I'm over 40, showing my age. So I lived a lot of these things, or I've put a lot of these things into my training routines just to make sure that I'm doing what I'm preaching to you guys. So without further ado, let me go over my tips that I have for runners over 30. Number one, and I'm reading off my list here. Number one, work out less. In my younger years, I would work out maybe 6 days a week, 2 to 3 hours a day, constantly on the grind. And of course, my body was able to recover fast enough for me to take advantage of the energy and the rigors that I put my body through. As I've gotten older, my body does not recover that way. I don't care how much rest, whatever type of supplement that's been advertised out there that helps you recover. Your body just don't recover as fast as you get older. So my tip is to work out less. Versus 6 days a week, I've gone down to 4, and you can even throw things in there like cross training, which I'll touch on coming up as one of the tips. But again, do not overdo it. Do not overstress your body. Work out less. Tip number 2, change shoes often. Okay, so I have a tendency of overusing my shoes. Had a tendency. I've had shoes that I've put maybe 500 to 600 miles on, and I've worn them down to the nubs, as some people will see it. As I've gotten older, I've tried my best to once I get to about 300 to 350 mileage wise on my shoes, I swap them out, buy a new pair, retire those, make those the lawn shoes, and keep moving. Because if you continuously push the limits on shoes, you're going to end up injuring yourself, or you're going to end up feeling it in your knees or your back. Old shoes are not good for working out. So if you have the means, change your shoes often. My tip number 3 for runners over 30, stretch more. Okay, so I have a love and hate relationship with stretching. So I do not like static stretching. It's just not never's been my thing. So what I tend to do now, and what I've always done with my stretching routine, is I do my dynamic stretching prior to my workout, and after my workout, I do a few static stretches. But again, as I've gotten older, I've started to incorporate more static stretching in my exercises. I mean, in my training, pre-training, to make sure that my muscles are nice, loose, and not stiff. And again, making sure that you stretch is a good way of preventing injuries. All right, let's carry on. Tip number 3, as I was saying before, is cross train. So the days that I don't do that I don't run, I try to get in, let's say, some form of cross training that'll get me off of my feet, whether it be mainly the elliptical. A lot lately, I've been trying to incorporate swimming, which that works like every muscle in your body, and I think swimming is one of the hardest exercises that I've done. Much love to swimmers out there, much respect, because it is a really it works everything. So, but again, as you get older, the pounding that you get from running on the pavement, it's something that can cause havoc on your joints. So cross training is a way that you can relieve some of that stress that you're putting on yourself while still getting your workout in. So like I said, if you're doing 5 to 6 days like I was doing, try cutting that down to 4 to even 3, and then maybe those other 2 to 3 days you incorporate some type of cross training that works out other muscles that's within your body. So again, that tip is cross training. My last tip for runners over 30 is listen to your body. All right, so when I was younger, if I felt sore, or felt like my joints ached a little bit, I really didn't pay much attention to it, because I felt like that was just a byproduct of the workout. That's my muscles tearing and rebuilding, and that's just par for the course. But as I've gotten older, I've listened to my body, because if I'm sore now, that's usually a sign that and we know pain is different for everyone. I think we all know soreness from a soreness feeling like it's something more. But for the most part, if I'm feeling really sore, then there's a good chance that I've injured something, I've sprained something, and I either tone it back, or if I need to, I'll see a doctor just to get an opinion, just to make sure that I'm not damaging something further. So, again, listen to your body. If your body is telling you something is wrong, then, you need to listen and make sure that you take whatever precautions you need to take care of yourself. So again, let me go over those tips again for everyone. First tip is work out less. Second tip is change your shoes often. Third tip is stretch more. Fourth tip is cross train, and last tip is listen to your body. So for all my runners out there that are over the age of 30, trust me, I still love working out, and I think I will work out until I'm, God willing, get to 80 years old. But I think the key to longevity is just developing a plan and making sure that you follow it and not push yourself too hard. So hopefully, we can train and work out as long as we're, here on this beautiful earth. That's my episode for today. Thank you guys for viewing and listening. Please follow me at my website, www.rvarunningman.com, or my podcast is RVA Running Man Podcast. You can find that at any place you get your podcasts. So until I speak to you next week, please be safe on the roads and trails, and I'll speak to you guys later. Peace.